Fletcher, and I'm a Shuttleworth Foundation Fellow. I've been working to make it easier to create, remix, and publish open textbooks. Textbooks are expensive to produce, expensive to buy, and then most often static and boring. Algebra hasn't changed in hundreds of years, so why should we be producing new, expensive textbooks that don't innovate or improve learning? On the other hand, biology is changing constantly, so why should we be taking 10 years to get a new version into learners' hands? There's a growing movement to produce open textbooks that are free to learn from, free to adapt, and free to improve.
But creators of these new open textbooks face technical challenges that limit the ability to reuse, adapt, and improve them. Rather than relying on individual projects to create disparate, isolated systems, I've been working to foster an ecosystem for open content that makes OER interoperable. Since content created in one word processor doesn't mix well with content created in another authoring tool, we first built an importer converter that takes documents in common formats and transforms them into a remixable format. The importer takes Word, OpenOffice, Google Docs, LaTeX, blogs, and presentations, in addition by a 2012 Google Summer of Code student. The importer ensures that authors can start with content they've already created in tools they're comfortable with. This past year, we've been creating a structured content editor so that once content is transformed into a remixable format, authors can continue to edit and add educational features. The fellowship has given me a unique opportunity to invest time and resources into designing, testing, and refining the structured content editor. We're ensuring that the interface is familiar and simple things are simple. Authors can learn by doing, tools are visible, and interactions are memorable. We tested a prototype at OpenEd, learning what works and what needs work, attracting new partners, and hearing from committed partners that this will make Remix truly possible.
At the 2012 OpenEd conference, I had the opportunity to demo the new OERPUB editor. I was really excited to see the software, as I think it could greatly enhance the way the Saylor Foundation creates and publishes open content. I think it will be really easy for our professors to use, and it will increase the amount of content that we can distribute and use in our open courses.
My name is David Harris. I'm the Editor-in-Chief for OpenStax College. We provide high-quality open education resources to the post-secondary market. I've recently saw the OERPUB tool, and it's a significant advancement for OER for two reasons. First, it lets faculty easily adapt content. Secondly, because that content will be locally contextualized, it will improve learning for students. So this is a fantastic development.
Hello, my name is Mark Horner. I'm the CEO of Siavula Education, and I used to be a Shuttleworth Foundation Fellow. The Siavula team is wholeheartedly in support of Kathy Fletcher's efforts to produce a structured document editor for the web that supports mathematics.
Once learning modules are ready to share, we use the OERPUB API developed earlier to publish the content, where the magic of the remixable format means that the same source can be used to produce printed books, e-reader versions, web versions, mobile versions, and handouts. These exports are currently provided by connections in Siavula, and we're packaging them so that they can be independently developed and improved. This year, we've been working closely with Connections, OpenStax College, Siavula, and BookType. OpenStax College used the OERPUB API to move their two flagship college textbooks in sociology and physics from development to Connections. This summer, BookType hosted a sprint with us and has joined our effort to create the structured content editor.
Hi, my name is Adam Hyde. I'm the project lead for BookType, free software book production platform. And we've been collaborating with Kathy and OERPUB on the development of the VisiVi editor. The collaboration has been really fantastic, and we'll be implementing the VisiVi editor in the next version of BookType, BookType 2.
Siavula used the OERPUB tools to create workbooks for middle grades, including this one for natural sciences and technology. All in all, thousands of pages of content. In the coming year, we will build on 4 important principles of interoperable and remixable OER to make sure the importers and editor, aka the massive content enabler, become the way authors create OER and are sustainable by a consortium of independent projects. First, each of the transforms and the editor are separate components, so we can leverage the funding and efforts of many different partners to create interoperable OER. OpenStax College's work on the Word transforms, Indiana's work on LaTeX imports, Ciavula and Connections' work on EPUB and PDF exports increase remixability rather than remaining part of isolated projects. Second, the document structure and style are strictly separate, so content can be remixed consistently no matter its origin and played on any device by any learner. The document format is HTML5, the language of the web, and the editor is based on Aloha, bringing an existing developer community. The current partners are solidified behind HTML5, Aloha, and the other principles, and this foundation has generated considerable interest by likely new partners, Bible, the Polish Foundation, Bookshare, and others. Fourth, the editor is embeddable so that it can become a critical part of a number of different textbook authoring platforms and communities. In the year ahead, we'll be applying the same user interface principles discussed earlier to whole book authoring. We'll be collaborating to embed the editor in partner sites, working with Connections on their new editing repository, with BookType and hopefully Pressbooks on their platforms, and even exploring minimalist solutions like using Drive or Dropbox as backends. We'll work with Chuck Severance on leveraging the EPUB 3 standard and community.
Hello, my name is Charles Severance, and I'd like to heartily endorse Kathy Fletcher. She and I have been working together for about 5 years now. She has been absolutely dedicated to this notion of remixability, and I can't be more excited to be working with her.
To increase the benefits to individual authors, we will explore ways to make it as easy as possible for them to deliver their content through e-publishing channels. The most important task ahead is strengthening and sustaining the content creation and development community. We'll do this by convening a series of week-long workshops and sprints that train new content creators and software developers, and help launch independent efforts around accessibility, internationalization, multimedia, and interactive content. We have invitations from Bookshare, Connections, Ciavula, Aloha, the Polish Foundation, BookType, and Bible so far. We have created the components necessary for an independent, community-owned production system for creating and improving open textbooks. We've started showing the value with encouraging results. In the next year, we'll continue adding value and focus on empowering a consortium to sustain this ecosystem for truly remixable OER.